Hello, hello, and welcome to the 1218 Show. My name is Mike Wilson. I am the host. Today we're going to do a how-to video. We're going to do Super Bowl squares, Super Bowl box pool. A Super Bowl box pool, sometimes known as Super Bowl squares, is a game of chance. Usually played with money, but sometimes for charity or fundraising, or stuff like a TV or a gift certificate. It works like this. You have 100 squares laid out in a 10 by 10 grid. Depending on how the pool is structured, and there are many different kinds, the winners are decided by the score of the game. It doesn't always have to be the Super Bowl. Any game can work, and I've seen them for basketball too. But they are very popular for the Super Bowl, and that is what we will reference. The price of each box is usually listed somewhere on the board. As you can see in my example, it is in the upper left-hand corner. This example is $100 per square. The type of pool is also on the board somewhere. As I said, there are many different kinds of box pools, but for this example, we're going to use a traditional box pool where the winning squares are paid at the end of the first 3 quarters and the final score. First, you pick an available box and pay. For my example, I will use box 18. Once a box is claimed, nobody else can have that square. Write your name in it. This happens until all of the boxes are claimed and paid for. But I'm not going to fill out the boxes with fake names, so just assume that each box has a name in it. The teams that are playing each other are also assigned. The home team is almost always across the top, and the visiting team along the side. The Super Bowl alternates between the AFC and the NFC every year for home team honors, so you'll have to see which conference is at home. Next, you draw the numbers at random. The grid is 10 by 10, so we use 0 to 9. Get some people around and draw them using coins or cards or chips or whatever. Just be sure you have 10 numbers to pull. Fill out the top row, left to right, as they are drawn. Then draw again and fill out the side, top to bottom. Your pool is now ready for game time. For this example, we will use the scores from Super Bowl 51 between the Patriots and the Falcons. As you can see, there were no scores at the end of the first quarter. So referencing the bottom of the pool, the winner of the first quarter prize is the box that line up with 0-0. In this example, it's box 34. Find the 0 at the top of the board, follow it down until it meets with the 0 on the side of the board. The score at halftime, however, was 21-3 in favor of the Falcons. This is where most people get confused. You always use the second number of the score once the score for a team goes above 10. So in this example, the Falcons have 21 points. The 1 of the 21 is the number that matters for this kind of pool. So you find the 1 across the top and Patriots on the side. The Patriots had a 3, so you find that. And in this example, box 65 would win the halftime prize. The end of the third quarter had the Falcons with 28, or 8 for this pool, and the Pats had 9. Find the 8 on the top, follow down to 9 on the side, and you'll see box 28 is the winner for the third quarter. The final payout is usually the biggest. In this example, $5,000. But it can get tricky if people running the pool don't pay attention. You will notice the final payout is listed as final, not fourth quarter. If you are in a pool and it says fourth quarter on it, be sure to clarify, because if the game goes to overtime, like the Falcons and the Patriots did, there could be problems. The score at the end of the fourth quarter was 28-28, or 8-8 in the pool. That's perfectly fine if your pool declares fourth quarter as a payout. But most people assume the final score is what matters for the final prize. So be careful with that. If you are running a pool, be clear on your rules. If you are joining a pool, be clear on what you're getting into. So finally, in our example, you can see the Patriots ended up pulling out a victory in overtime with a final score of 34-28. So you find the 8 across the top, follow it down to the 4 on the side, and see that box 88 is the winner of the big prize of $5,000. The only other thing worth mentioning is that it is customary to give 10% of your winnings to the pool administrators. It is a lot of work to put together a pool. organize it, collect the money, then distribute it to the winners. Technically, it's illegal to require 10%. But if you ever wish to be included again and not be hated by everyone in the pool, you better plan on following protocol. It's still way more money than you'd win if the score had landed on a different box. So be happy you won and don't be stingy. If you don't want to tip, don't join the pool. It's really that simple. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact me or write them in the comments. I hope this explains how a traditional box pool works. Good luck, and thanks for watching.